This is where I'm going to. Alright? Just follow me and I'll make you fishers of pips. Wow, where did that come from? Fishers of pips. So, well, not to digress that much. You just still focus on most of these major areas. So now, what I keep asking myself when I'm on the chart is, okay, how far have price gone from my main area, which is the support area or the resistance area, this blue line here? I keep asking myself, okay, how far have price gone? When do I think price will return? How soon will price return to that place? So that's like my compass right now, okay? Like I know that any moment from now, we should be having a reversal back to that line, okay? Because like I mentioned earlier, price move in terms of waves, okay? And then when there's a wave, there's always a middle line. There's always a dividing line in a wave. Those of us that did physics those of us that did physics in secondary school or in our university days, when we have a wave going like this, 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 okay? Then we're going to have something like a middle line where price always returns to something like this. So we call that reversion to the mean. So no matter all these tops and bottoms, when they keep going up and down, there's always a midpoint. Okay, so what you want to do is first try and identify one of that area in the chart where support becomes resistance all through. Then from there you can start plotting other levels, which I'm going to do right now. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. So now, like I said, okay, I try to use the lines to explain this concept. Okay, but when I'm actually trading live, when I'm actually doing my forecast, my analysis, I don't like to use lines. I like to use area. Okay, so what I do is that I get my highlighting box, okay, and then I come to highlight this. Okay, I do something like this. Okay, at least I'm able to capture an entire area. So I try to capture an entire area. Okay, so now after I've done this, okay, now I try to zoom in. I try to say, okay, where are other supports? Where are other areas where I can find support and resistance? Okay, now the thing is that it's not every time you get this amount of tests on your support and resistance areas. Okay, not every time you get this kind of retest. Okay, this much on the chart. All right, so now another place I'm looking at here is this. Okay, this under activity area. All right, you may wish to don't just for illustration purpose, I'll just put a line there. Okay, so now this is my area here. Can you see that? How many tests do we have here? Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say 5 here because we can see that we have a little dance in this area here. So now this is what price is doing on the monthly time frame. Okay, so all these points are support, and here we have a little, well, there's a concept we call drop-based drop, but that's not for this class. Going forward, I'm going to show you what that is. Okay, so now looking at this, okay, just to clarify, I know that most of us must have seen a lot, because I know how committed, I know how hungry Forex, especially beginners, can be when they come into this industry. You see, they want to gather enough information as possible. They want to read a lot, and at a point, you see, too much information becomes very toxic for your growth. Okay, so now people confuse some things. They mix them up in the market here. One, you hear people saying support and resistance, others you hear them saying supply and demand. Okay, but these are two different concepts. They look alike they are brothers and sisters, okay? They are brothers and sisters, or you want to call them twins, but they are not the same, okay? You don't use them the same way, okay? While support and resistance requires you to have multiple touches, demand and supply is another different concept, which will be for another video, which I'll take my time to break them down. But now I don't dealing with support and resistance, okay? So now, what will I be expecting from this market? Okay. Now, like I said, we just have a major break on our monthly time frame. Now, we have broken this resistance, this support. So now probably there are two things that can happen here. Now, this may be a manipulation. Okay. Well, like I said, in going forward, I'm going to break down all these concepts for you to see so you can understand what I'm saying here. So now two things can happen here at this point here. Okay, this highlighted area. Two things can happen here. One, okay, price can do this. Can go back up here, come back, retest, and go like this. Okay, price can also do this. Come back, go up here, and then keep going down. Now these are the two possibilities. So now I'm having a feel of what the markets may do. Okay, but I don't do much. And like I said, I try to stay reactive. Now when price does go back and does this second move, all right, now I'll prepare myself and arm myself ready for battle. If it does this, okay, I'll act accordingly. Like I said, I don't predict. I only react to what the market is giving to me. All right. Those of us who are into music will understand that, the music melodies are made of notes. Okay, we have our musical notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Those of us who are into music, we know this. So now even the chart also have its own notes. All right, and it is only those who have a trained eye that will be able to identify what the chart is saying or what the chart is trying to tell you. Those who know the software notation of music will be able to, understand what the notes are saying. The same thing applies to Forex, to analyzing the charts. Okay, this thing doesn't come like that. Okay, it takes time for you to be able to train your eyes to see these things. So, well, if you want to shorten your time, of course, that's more practice and more chart hours for you. Okay, I would like to go back far. You can see that we have some activities here also, but my focus will be here for now. So this is what I have for the Euro USD for now. Okay, so now the other points too you want to check out. Okay, now because these are the 2 points that have actually jumped at me, then I may start looking at other points. And what can I get? I can have something here like this also. Okay, I can have something here, but I will not be too confident about this for now. Okay, like I said, this is just for illustration purpose, but this is where it is. Okay, you can see we have a touch here, we have a touch here, we have a touch here, we have another touch here, another touch here. You can see price came here, went back, and so just from this top to this bottom here, that's about how many pips we have. We're looking at about 1,800 pips. Okay, yeah, just between these two range, this range here, 1,820 something pips already. Okay, so now going forward, we'll show you how you find direction of the market and how you go into the market to collect your profits. Okay, so now all these annotations that I'm doing on my chart, now this is how I do my analysis. Okay, on a Sunday, all right, I come to my decks, ask myself what is the chart saying today. I pull out my monthly chart because Your monthly chart is your compass. It tells you where the market is going, and all you have to do is position yourself. Position yourself, bring your bucket. It's about to rain. Put it under the rain. Let it rain. Let the rain fill your buckets, fill your drums. Okay, so now after you've done this, then of course the next thing you want to do is go down to the weekly time frame. Now you can see that all this we drew on the monthly appeared on our weekly time frame. Okay, now you may want to come and start plotting some other levels here for illustration purposes. Now you see this boils down to the kind of trader you are. You really have to define yourself in this market. What are you? You must ask yourself that question. What are you? Or let's say, who am I? Okay, now you want to actually ask yourself, who am I? Who am I in this market? Am I a swing trader? Am I an investor? Am I a day trader? Am I a scalper? Now this is sorry, this is where you try to kind of put a name on it, put a tag on it. Okay, like now, like I like to go where the opportunities are. So I will not actually say I am a swing trader or a day trader or a scalper. What I like to do is, okay, where are the opportunities in the market? That's where I like to go. Okay, now I may look at the monthly time frame. I may not actually see, I may find direction, but I can actually get an entry on the monthly time frame. I scale down to the weekly. I check. If I don't see, I plot my support and resistance on the weekly again. Because see, look, it is the same concept throughout from the monthly time frame to the 1 minute time frame, guys. It is the same concept all through. Okay, the way you plot your support and resistance on the monthly is the same concept you use to plot your support and resistance on the 1 hour. The same concept. Okay, now it just depends on how you're trading, what your strategy entails. Okay, for instance, if I'm a day trader, okay, if I'm a day trader, my higher time frame is going to be the daily time frame. Okay, so now instead of using my monthly time frame to plot my support and resistance, I'll be using my daily time frame. Okay, I go down that scale and then I use my lower time frame for entries at 15 minutes and my 30 minutes. Okay, if I'm a scalper, my higher time frame is going to be the 30 minutes and the 1 hour, and then I go down to the 1 minute and the 5 minutes for my entries. So like I said, it's all about finding yourself in this market. It's all about discovering yourself. Okay, where are you comfortable with? What are you comfortable with? Your personality. Okay, if you're someone that likes to watch your charts all day, then fine, you can actually go down, scalp, you can day trade. Like I said, you just have to find yourself in the market. Okay, so now going forward, so now I'm going to be, like I said, it's all the same concept. You can come down to the daily. Okay, you can come here on the daily and find the support and resistance. So like I said, nothing is major, nothing is minor. A support and resistance line, a resistance line can be major depending, like I said, on the time frame you're trading. Okay, if my highest time frame, if my reference time frame for direction is the daily, okay, then my daily time frame becomes my major time frame, and my support and resistance on daily becomes my major support and resistance. So depending on the time frame you are using, okay. So for those who don't trade more than the 4-hour time frame, okay, now the 4 hour is going to be the number one time frame, their decision-making time frame, their compass, their direction time frame. The 4 hour will be so now whatever line they plot on the 4 hour will be their major time frame. Now this is so like I mentioned earlier, okay, it was when I started trading and I started doing my own research, I started doing my own digging, I came to understand that look, yeah, actually these mentors I followed earlier, they had good intentions. It's just that, well, they just have some loopholes, some holes in their understanding, which actually I wasn't profitable because I couldn't come to terms with those things they were missing. But from my own research, I was able to, bring out the juice, okay, what actually propelled me into becoming a profitable trader. Okay, so finding yourself in this market is very, very important, it's very paramount. Now, looking at this chart now, this daily time frame. So for those who are actually day traders, what they'll do is to they'll come and say, okay, this is, I can see one here on the daily time frame. So to avoid some kind of confusion, I'm going to clear all the charts and let me say, okay, I'm going to make the daily time frame now my major time frame, my number one time frame.